All right, Transformers, it's Dr. Angelo Reynolds, Senior here live at the Transformers Academy. So aren't you having a great time? I am. Look at the board there. Let's get right to it. For those persons who will be following me just briefly this evening, we've been discussing your choice, your body, or your body, your choice it is. And so I've been talking since Sunday. I began asking you, what do you think about the importance of not only your body, but the choices of things that you put into your body? So hopefully you guys took some notes. If you don't have this, go back and look at some previous Periscope broadcasts, and it's also on YouTube. But I kind of looked at some things that I knew people were, some medical issues that people were having, cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure, all those things. And but come on along with me here. And what I'll do is, since it's chow time, dinner time for me, I'll go right in to talk about a typical meal for me. So, I'm partially vegan, not 100%, but I do eat fish. So for those persons who are just curious about some of the things that I do in terms of my diet, we'll start with dinner and go back in terms of what I did for today, just to kind of give you guys an idea of your body and the choices that you take. Listen, this week is not about weight loss. It's not about counting calories. It's not about low carb, no sugar, artificial stuff. It's about natural food. And you've heard it all the time, all the fad diets, all the things that people say you can do to lose weight. I'm talking about lifestyle change. I'm talking about your choice and the body that you have. And remember, the things that you eat are not going to make me sick. The things that I eat are not going to make you lose weight or make you feel better or reduce your blood pressure or any kind of medical condition that you may have. So let's get right to it. Right here is an example of just a typical meal, just some white fish and some veggies. I'm not a big carb guy. I don't count my carbs, but in the evening time, I try to reduce them down because it does a whole lot for me in terms of my digestive tract. And so that's why your body, your choice this week is important, because you should know your body. You should know the things that you can put into your body and the things that you cannot. Okay, a couple other things. You can always get yourself a couple of boiled eggs. These are my favorites. I do a vegan shake. For those persons who have been following me, I make my own vegan bars, but definitely hemp protein. This is just some things that I use. But I also do a little bit of whey protein, because the whey protein is good because I do work out and so forth. And so this is good supplemental things that you can take in lieu of a meal. So if you're in transition from coming to work, going to the gym, you get your snack, get your shake, all those things are good for you. Whey casings and that kind of stuff. What else? So, the thrust of this broadcast has really been about number one, good old H2O. I don't care if you get it from spring water in a bottle, or if you get it from your faucet, good old H2O. It does a whole lot for the skin. So I gave you guys a list of a number of things that you guys can do. Look at the food choices. It's really not hard, but the importance for this week, again, is to stress how small changes can turn to bigger and greater outcomes for you. And I also talked the previous week about your whole mental state, how to meditate and breathe and de-stress and defuse from all the distractions that go on in the workforce, your stress, your kids, your family, your workforce, all the things that you deal with. Food is an integral part of an ingredient that substitutes and goes right with the subconscious being. And so when you eat good, you feel good, you have more energy, and you can think clear. And that's what the purpose this week of the transformational vitamin of your body, your choice. And so think about, where are you in terms of your own body? And so if you want to send me a personalized email, go to DrAngeloReynolds.com. I forgot to mention, in my first book, Overcoming Obstacles, Beating the Odds, in there is a 30-day meal plan. And so I created that meal plan as one of the challenges and obstacles that many people face as they're trying to get from one place to the next, and bringing good food and acquisition of well-being there. So that's a give and take. If you get a copy of the book, if you go to the website, you can get a copy. I'll send a copy to you. Also, The Active Change, that book is also on the website. Okay, but back to, if you're on the air now and you have questions, please pose the questions now. If you have comments, thank you for all the people who've been following us. Let's go back to natural food. Let's take a look at natural things. They always say that it costs a whole lot to eat healthy. That's not true. I believe that if you select your food choices, and something else that I always keep in handy is good old dry roasted peanuts. Good snack that goes good with little snacks of cheese and apple slices. But it's really, and I talked this week about a 7-day intervention, because you're here 30-day programs, 21 days to change a habit, all those things that people say in timelines. But for me, I believe if you begin to do some of these things for just 7 days, start today. Today is Tuesday. Give yourself to next Tuesday and start to incorporate. Listen, you can go online. There's a number of things on the internet about healthy foods. You don't need a nutritionist to find those things out, because everything are there. My goal was to make sure that you become more equipped and aware of your body, your own assessment, and the choice of the things that you do. Now, on the flip side, if you're living with an addiction, if you're dealing with drug and alcohol abuse, if you're dealing with mental health issues, I always suggest that you go and get professional help. I always tell you, listen, the toxins that you're putting in your body, such as alcohol and drugs, you're ruining both your physical and your emotional state. Remember, for those persons who followed my story, I too had a problem for years with alcohol abuse. And when I finally gave up the abuse of alcohol, I can't tell you the look, 52 pounds less, and also the mindset that I began to develop and begin to be more focused, less distracted, and focused on doing things that I really wanted to do. And so to hear more about my story, go to DrAngeloReynolds.com. Catch us on Instagram Live. This will be posted on YouTube. I hope you guys are enjoying this stuff, but more importantly, I hope that your body, your choice, you'll begin to take a look at all those things that will recharge themselves both physically and emotionally, and that'll make you feel good without a whole lot of effort. Okay, tomorrow we'll resume 7 o'clock Eastern. We'll be back on tomorrow. If you have specific questions, go to DrAngeloReynolds.com. Send me an email. Find out how you too can become a transformer through our Transformer subscription. Be best, be the best, be the rest. Until tomorrow, we'll see you then. Peace and love.